Hi everybody, my name is Sky, and I have a message for everybody to try the blood type and genotype diets. So I've been going on Facebook, and I would write down whenever somebody would mention some sort of health problem of any sort, which could be trying to lose weight, struggling with working out, or even alluding to possible issues with medications, even in the cases of oh, somebody suffered an addiction. I would recommend check out blood type diet, and if they're an adult or really struggling with different diets, genotype diet, and this includes health and science related posts and pages and groups, and as any skeptical mind is yeah, there's gonna be pushback and people question and wonder is this real, is this legit? So a couple things that have always that I always kind of stick out to me is half the time a response I get back is, oh, you need to do this thing to lose weight, which is this blanket catch-all, trust me, this works because this is what I did, this is what worked for me, essentially. And in other cases, it is well, I've done the research, I've seen the information, I know what works. And then the other always pushback is, well, I've looked at research sites and they disprove blood type diet, this and that. So for the websites that basically say blood type diet doesn't work, I've looked at those, and what I have picked out is, one, either the person is selling their own diet, two, the person does not understand how genetics work, as well as sort of the basis of blood type diet, which is explained in the diet book. And three, they will post a link to different sources. So one of those being Skeptic Dictionary, which doesn't quite understand genetics, how that works, or it's just sort of weird, arrogant, no, that's stupid that it would, the diet would work based on blood type. And it's okay, you don't understand the science. Anyways, there's a study that is cited, and so I went to the study, read through it entirely, and it was a failed experiment, because it did not control different variables and factors, in particular, looking at the diets. It's well, here, they tried this, but there was very limited controls on the variables. They said, well, what if you do this, what if you do that? It wasn't control and limit your diet to the parameters of the diet, of your particular blood type. And so because that was not followed through, it basically, there was no control group of, here's people who are just going to do whatever, they're not going to change their diet, they're just going to do their normal routine, or possibly they're going to attempt changing their diet in some way. And then the variable group would be, all right, this group will just follow the blood type diet, and which also recommends exercise along with the diet. So in a sense, you can just get a large group of people who's we want to lose weight, we'll do diet and exercise. So one group does their thing, and then the other group says, all right, we're going to follow the guidelines. And I apologize. And I realize I am real superficially explaining things. There's details about how to do it. Yeah, and so naysayers and nitpickers, go ahead and naysay, nitpick all you want. But yeah, it's so there's just that. Now, I will explain to people, I went on the diet, I had all these positive effects, other people are on the diet, they have all these positive effects, to which the response is, well, that's anecdotal, you are just one person, your personal experience does not indicate a whole broad thing. So to which I can say, well, join the Facebook groups, that there's thousands of people in those groups who follow a diet. There's also the diet books which are out there, which you can pick up and buy. So that's the thing is, try the diet and just see what happens. The other reason, and then the other example I can give of why you should try the diet, if you're a person who they try every diet and can never lose weight, check out the genotype diet, and you may find out you are a particular genotype, and you try it, you will lose the weight. So my own, and I don't want to, unfortunately, I think it's going to sound anecdotal, but in the military, in the Army, I know for sure, and I would assume as well in the Marines and even the Air Force, physical exercise is mandatory, required. You are expected to pass physical fitness tests. So basically, you are working out every day. And the career soldiers, people who've been in the military for around 20 plus years, and keep in mind they have access to free healthcare. So exercising all the time. They go to dining facilities. They can eat off base. They have their families who are cooking for them. And you will see people who they've been in the military, 5-10 years. They've been working out every day. They're portly. They're tubby. So what does that mean? And to which you can say, well, are they working out enough, or this not diet? It's got to be diet, because how are you jogging 3 miles twice a week, as well as doing the cardiovascular exercises, and you are tubby? Your BMI is classifies you as overweight, obese in some cases. I was skinny-ish, but I was a little chunky, a little pudgy, and my BMI was classified me as overweight, which I thought was shocking. But at the same time, I couldn't really get the six-pack going on. And my mother was following the, and I don't want to say the guy's name, but he did write an article. So Dr. Andrew Weil, she had his books, and I listened to his lectures even, and it was basically eat the rainbow. Vary your diet. Don't limit yourselves. You have a whole supermarket full of food. Go for it. Try different meals, different food items. Don't eat one kind of meat. Don't eat one kind of vegetable. Try everything. So I did that. Almost always had a salad every day. And was pudgy, phlegmy, insomnia, always getting sick. In the Army, I felt like I was always hitting a limit in how strong I was. Always getting certain kinds of injuries. And my acne was always there. So the people who you would hear stories of the 45-year-olds who they're going off to Sergeant Major Academy, so an advanced training school, a controlled, safe environment. They go on a run and die of a heart attack. And it's not from the run that they get their heart attack. It's the stress of the school. It's the stress of these people. They're reaching a culminating point of their military career. So that's stressful. That you've gone through so many years. Now you're getting to a point this is golden retirement area. This is the area. This is the place I want to be at to really solidify my career, what I've done with myself, and the stress can be pretty heavy for these people. And you can imagine that these guys are probably already on medications for high blood pressure and other issues. How? Why? And remember, these are intelligent people too. They're going to, look after themselves. They have to look after themselves because they have to set the example. They have to be, the better individuals. So, and I apologize that this is, it's coming off as anecdotal. But you walk around the military bases and you see these individuals, and it's like, you kind of wonder, what is it about that guy, and like, what's going on with him? So, yeah, it's just different things like that. So I'm hoping that anybody watching this, that gives you the idea that try it. Just try it and see what happens. The blood type diet, genotype diet, it's not a catch-all, a blanket statement of, well, just do this and you'll lose weight. Just try this, special thing and you will be healthier. It's no. It's who are you, the individual? What's going on with you, your body? Let's start from there. And now let's look at food. What should you try eating? What should you avoid eating? And go from there. And it's like, okay, this upsets my stomach. Well, guess what? Avoid. Or I digest this really well. I feel pretty good afterwards. Hey, guess what? And then in my case, it's like, I started changing my diet. By the second day, my insomnia went away. Then the acne, and then losing 25 pounds and everything else. So, yeah, it's just some different ideas and things to keep in mind. Yeah, I hope this helps. And yeah, to the people who, like, they're struggling to lose weight or they want to get in shape, exercise, like they were like, oh, what can I do? It hurts, it struggles, or I'm struggling, this and that. Yeah, try these different ideas out, different things out, see if that helps. And yeah, so good luck out there, everybody.